Hi, all. Welcome to this podcast, Money Mindset with Sam in Her Successful Shoes. I'm Sam. I am the host for this podcast. I'm also a money mindset coach and a writer. The purpose of this podcast is basically to let the listeners know how important their money mindset is to increase their financial abundance, to reach their financial goals, and generally use money as a tool to improve your life. And what the listeners and audience and anyone who is listening to this podcast or watching my YouTube video, what they can get from this podcast is an introduction and a good understanding of your money mindset. You will also come to know tips and tricks on how you can grow your money mindset and to reach your financial goals. Our relationship with money is just like any other relationship. And the more we work on it, regardless of what level we are, the better it gets. And just like any other relationship, we do have to work on it. Uh, if you have a romantic relationship or a relationship with your parents or relationship with your siblings or friendship, every relationship you have to work. And the longer the relationship goes, the deeper you have to work. For example, if you're married, you have to work on that relationship. And if you have been married for 10 years, if you reach that milestone, you can't say that I'm going to stop working on this relationship because we've been married for a while now. Because if you do that, then your relationship may suffer. Regardless of what level you reach in that relationship, you will have to keep working on it and getting more deeper. Same is true of our relationship with money. You have to work on it, and the higher you go, the more your financial goals you reach, the more deeper you have to work on it. It's a lifelong process, but just like any other relationship, the more you work on it, the better it gets. And this is what this podcast is all about, on how you can work on your relationship with money to reach your highest financial potential and to enjoy your life. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract wealth effortlessly while others struggle, no matter how hard they work? This is often about money mindset. But this is similar to if you see there's some athletes who get the same training, the same coaches, but some of them they reach much higher achievements and goals compared to some who might maybe getting the same training and same support, but they don't reach those goals. It all comes down to money mindset and mindset in general. In this episode, we will explore the core concept of money mindset and why it is key to transforming your financial life and your relationship with money. The first question I'll start with is, what is money mindset? We often hear the word money mindset. What does it means? Money mindset refers to attitudes, beliefs, and behaviors you have around money. It is how you perceive and interact with money on a subconscious and conscious level. I'm a firm believer that the world which we see and our external reality, it is often a product of what is going on in a subconscious brain. Our subconscious mind is creating that reality. And often, whether it's with money or anything else, we see we see the same patterns or the same stories repeating again and again. And that's because we may be fixing the external reality or the external or our beliefs at conscious level, but we are not working on the subconscious level, and it almost acts as a computer program. So it keeps bringing out the same script again and again and again. You can almost think of it or of our subconscious beliefs, whether it's with money or anything else. It's like a script. It's a script which is going on in the background, and the same results keep coming, even though we may change the actors. And if we want to change the output or the printout, we have to change the program or we have to change the script. And that's what a lot of money mindset work is about. There are two common mindsets which specifically tie to money. The first is what I called a scarcity mindset or fixed money mindset. Uh, this scarcity mindset believes that money is limited, it's hard to come by, and that you will never have enough. And you can often see it in people. And to be honest, most of us suffer or with it at some point or other. We feel that no matter what we do, we will never have enough money to reach our best life, or like we may try very hard, but there's an income barrier which we just can't seem to breach. And we often wonder why there's some people who can breach that income level in the same business or in the same job. Second is what I called abundant mindset, which is based on growth money mindset. Uh, The abundant mindset believes that money is abundant, that there is enough of it going around. Money is almost like energy, and you can learn and grow financially through effort, through working on your limiting beliefs, to having strategy, to having belief in opportunities, and by almost believing that universe wants you to succeed. When you have a lack mindset, you often feel that universe doesn't want you to succeed. But when you have a money mindset, you believe that life or universe or God, whatever you believe in, they want you to succeed. What are the core elements of money mindset? The biggest element of money mindset are beliefs. Uh, Again, both our conscious beliefs about money and our unconscious beliefs. Our conscious beliefs are basically beliefs which we are aware about, and our unconscious beliefs are beliefs which we have in our subconscious brain, which we may or we may not be aware about. But the best way to know what our subconscious beliefs are about anything in our life, whether it's money or anything else, is by looking at what's showing in our reality, as I mentioned earlier. What we believe about money, both consciously and unconsciously, shapes how we earn, spend, save, and invest it. Second core element of money mindset is emotions. How we feel about money often dictates our relationship with money and our financial behavior. So, for example, like whether it's fear or anxiety, excitement or confidence, when we think about money, what's the emotion which comes? I'll encourage you all to do it. Just close your eyes and ask yourself, what do I think about money? And see what are the emotions which are coming. Just observe them. Try not to label them or judge them, and try to feel where in your body are you feeling them. Try doing it. Now, the third element of money mindset is thought patterns. These thought patterns include things like money doesn't grow on trees, or rich people are greedy, or I'm never going to be get paid what I'm worth, or I'll never have money to live my best life. And often these are patterns which we have observed by looking at things in our childhood, or by observing what our parents, our teachers, our carers, or generally the community we lived in uh, talked about money or told us about money, or when we saw people around us interacting with money. All this impact our thought patterns. So, for example, if you have seen your parents work very hard for money, you may feel that I have to work very hard for money. You may have a thought pattern like that. The other core element of money mindset is behaviors. Uh, Behaviors are basically actions based on your mindset, such as overspending, underpricing services, avoiding financial planning, or opposite, aggressively pursuing wealth building opportunities. It can also include things like trying to feeling very conscious about asking for raise or asking for increased prices if you are in business. And also things like either you can be overindulgent and overspending, or being very stingy with money because you're feeling that I'm going to lose it all, or I don't know when the next piece of money will come. The other very big element of money mindset on which a lot of my work is influenced is money personalities. A money personality is our personality about money. This is like how we relate to money. It's a mixture of all the things which I have mentioned before, plus some other stuff. I'm going to cover money personalities in a lot more details in the coming episodes, so keep an eye out for them. But we all have one dominant money personality, which influences how we relate to money. So we could be we could be like very scared of spending money, or very generous, or we can be a big risk taker, or we may be very scared of risk taker. That's all determined by our money personality. And understanding your money personality often helps you in getting a total understanding of why you behave around money and what is driving that and why certain patterns keep repeating in your life. I have a free quiz which you can take to tell what your money personality is. The link is in the show notes. So do take it. It would be a big eye opening moment for you. Lot of people I work with, when they take the quiz, they go like, oh, this is a aha moment. And now I know why I behave the way I behave around money. And it suddenly everything makes sense. So do take the test and do tell me after that how you found it. Was it a aha moment? I love hearing from people after they take the test. So do drop me a note. My email address is there again in the show notes. Now, what I wanted to talk about was why money mindset matters. So a big reason why our money mindset really matters is because it influences our financial decisions. Uh, a money mindset directly impacts our key financial behaviors, such as budgeting, saving, investing, making career decisions, setting up prices, asking for a raise, and the vibe which we give out to the universe or God, whatever you believe in, about money. And, you know, the universe or the God, whatever you believe in, some higher form of energy, it responds to vibe. Like it's a vibe based, energy based universe, and our money mindset often impacts that vibe. So if our vibe is abundant, we get the same abundant opportunities. If our vibe reflects scarcity, that's what's reflect. Also, I'm a firm believer that when it comes to manifesting, that we have to use both vibe, we have to do the internal work, plus we have to do the external work. And the money mindset also impacts the external actions we take because they are driven by what we think about money, and that impacts all the decisions or actions we take in our financial life. People with a scarcity mindset, they often avoid investing. They may either not, or they may either not save excessively without growing their wealth, or feel anxiety about financial setbacks. They may not ask for raise. They may think that they're in a loop from which they will never get out because there's not enough money in the world. On the other hand, those with abundant mindset, they may be more open to taking calculated risks, investing in themselves, and seeing opportunities for growth and expansion. And this reflects in their relationship with money. The other reason why money mindset matters is the impact it has on our financial success. Uh, if you cultivate a positive, growth oriented, abundant money mindset, it's instrumental in achieving your financial independence and long term wealth. Because when you believe like this, two things happen. The first is you take actions which show this money mindset, and without once you work on your money mindset and you try to grow this abundant mindset, you will realize that without making a deliberate attempt or a deliberate effort, the actions that you are taking have automatically changed because what actions we take are influenced by what's going on internally inside us. And secondly, it also impacts the vibe, the energy that we are giving out. So the more abundant energy we give, the more abundant opportunities universe provides to us. Secondly, um, a mindset shift can help you overcome challenges like debt, low income, or limited financial education. I'll give an example here. Often we see people who are in debt, and then suddenly they will get $1 million lottery or £1 million lottery, and within 2 years or 3 years, they would be back to being in debt or bankrupt again. And if you ask them where the money went, often they'll be like, I have no idea. Circumstances just went out of my control. And that's often because even though the external change happened, they have not changed their internal mindset or their internal reality to match that external reality. The internal reality was still, or the internal mindset was still of that person in debt. And that's what then the program ran, and the same result came again, as I mentioned earlier. The other reason why the money mindset impacts a financial success is that mindset shifts often come before practical actions like getting a new job, growing your business, investing or budgeting, because they create the foundation for healthier financial habits. You always have to do that internal work first before you can change the external steps you are taking, because otherwise if you try taking external steps and you have not done the internal work, you would either procrastinate or feel like a fraud. Once you have done the internal work, the external steps you are taking, they often automatically change to match that internal reality. The One of the other reasons why money mindset matters is your self-worth. So money mindset is often tied to self-worth. People who feel unworthy may be subconsciously sabotaging their own financial success or avoid pursuing opportunities for growth. And a healthy money mindset can align your financial reality with your self worth, empowering you to take necessary steps to build abundance or wealth or success or improve your relationship with money. One of the pieces of work which I often make my clients do and which really had a big impact on my life, and this is something uh, which I have seen from in the work of Denise Dutfield, who is one of the best money mentors ever, is how to upgrade your life. So when we what upgrading your life is, you think you are worthy of more. So you slowly upgrade yourself and upgrade the choices you are making in your life to reflect a more richer and a more independent, a more abundant person. And this internal change makes you take actions where you're automatically making better money decisions. I'm going to touch a bit on different money mindsets. So, as I mentioned earlier, we have two kinds of money mindsets. One is scarcity mindset, and the second is abundance mindset. Uh, People who have scarcity mindset, they often think that we don't have enough money. They often don't ask for raise at work. They often feel that they're stuck at the same income level, and they often they at times get into debt because it's almost as if they feel often out of because circumstances around them. I have full sympathy for people who are on debt. It's almost because they feel that there's not enough money around, or the circumstances in their life are so much so that what they earn doesn't matches what they are spending. They may avoid taking risks or putting money into investments because they fear losing it. They hold on to old money beliefs like you have to work very hard for every penny or rich people are bad. In contrast, someone who has abundance mindset thinks that money is a energy and there's enough of it in the world for everyone. They do view money as a tool for growth and understand that wealth can be created through learning, or pursuing opportunities, financial planning, investing, and doing the internal work. Here's one thing which I always call out to my clients and my audience, that people with abundance mindset, they often know that money will not make you happy, which is true. Money will not make you happy, but it will give you means to live your best life and pursue things which will make you happy. So that's something I'm very, very clear about, that money by itself, it's just energy. It will never make you happy, but it will give you means to pursue, act things, and live a life while being true to yourself, which will make you happy. Uh, some of the limiting beliefs which people have around money, especially people with scarcity money mindset, are I'm not good with money. Money is the root of all evil. Only lucky people get rich, or you have to born into money. And these beliefs often keep them in the same financial loop. And reprogramming them is the key to financial success. So if you think that I'm not good with money, that's what your actions will show. That's what your reality will show, because you're taking actions based on those beliefs. And you have to reprogram those beliefs on to change your relationship with money and to change your financial reality. And I would be covering in the coming episodes on how you can do that. And there are a lot of people who transform their financial lives by changing their money mindset. Like we often hear of people's someone who was in debt, and from debt they went to financial freedom, and they overcome the limiting beliefs to increase their income. One of my role models in online business world, Lisa Johnson's a perfect example. If you see her story, it's very inspiring. She was 30,000 plus in debt, but she changed it and now she runs a $1 million empire while being a single mother. The second person I often look up to is again Genevieve Davis. I often refer to her works, and you would see me referring to her works as I go along in my podcast. Again, she was someone who was in debt, working in a factory, and she turned it around and now is a sleep coach, a manifestation course, and she has totally changed her financial reality. And these are some of the success stories which I wanted to share to tell you all that you can change your reality if you work on your internal programming, your money mindset, and take actions. Both are important. Now, how can you begin shifting your money mindset? The first step is awareness. The, the first step is to shift your money mindset is by becoming aware of your current beliefs about money. Are they limiting you or are they empowering you? So, a very good exercise to do it is first thing in the morning, take a A3 notebook and start writing what is money. And write, there's no judgment. You don't have to show it to anyone. Just write the thoughts which come in your head without stopping you, and write at least 3 sides of the A4 page. And then you would start seeing some patterns coming out on what is your feelings, what are your thoughts about money. Do tell me if you do this exercise on how you find it. The other way maybe start journaling on uh, thoughts like, what do I think about rich people? Or what message did I receive about money growing up? All these would help you to find out more about what you think of money and what are your conscious and subconscious beliefs about money. Um, and once you have seen the patterns and you have found beliefs which you think no longer serve them, for example, if you have seen a belief that I always have to work hard for money, then try replacing it with a belief that money flows to those who take smart actions, or it is money is easy to come by, or I'm always rewarded for my work. There's no right answer here. You will have to try different uh, interpretations or different iterations to see what resonates with you. But the important thing is this, that it should resonate with you. And what exercise I often tell my audience or my clients is this is really effective on changing beliefs. That once you have decided that uh, this is the belief I want to believe in. For example, you want to believe that money is easy to come by, or universe is always providing for me. What you need to do is you need to start seeing evidence that this is true, because our brain works on evidence. Our both our conscious and subconscious brains, they are always picking evidence. And once they start picking evidence, they say, oh, this is what is true. So I always tell my clients to maintain an evidence journal. And what you can do is start by writing 3 pieces of evidence every day. And it can be anything small, that, oh, someone gave me a free coffee, or I found a penny lying in, or I got a discount on my favorite shampoo. Like, this is a belief, this is evidence that money or abundance is easy to come by, or whatever belief you're trying to incorporate. Then, after a few days, increase that to 5 pieces of evidence a day, and then to 10, and then to 15. And then, the more you try to see evidence of a belief, the more your brain becomes programmed that this belief is true. And try ignore and anything to the contradictory, try ignoring it, explain it away, that this is not true. It's all about the story you are telling yourself. Tell yourself a story that money is easy to come by. And you can also do that whenever you find yourself thinking about something negative about money. You can pause and reframe it and replace it with a more empowering belief. The other thing which is often helpful is visualizations and affirmations. So, like listening to uh, visualizations or daily affirmations like, I'm worthy of financial success, attract opportunities for financial growth. They also really, really help. The other things which I work with my clients on are slowly upgrading yourself and doing things like tapping and forgiving past mistakes. And I'm going to cover them all in the podcast as we go along. But these are some of the things which you can do to change your money mindset. Also, celebration, because uh, every time you set yourself like a small achievable financial goal that aligns with your new money mindset, whether it's creating a budget, creating a small saving goal, increasing your income, learning about investing. Every time you achieve that small goal, and I'm a big beginner of starting with small steps and then growing bigger, celebrate it, because uh, I always feel that like universe is like it's like it's like a very enthusiastic dog, if I may say so. And like, if it gets you a treat and or ball back, and you give it a treat and say that's amazing, that's a great job, it will do it again and again, because the universe wants to please you. So setting small goals and then really celebrating them when you achieve them and thanking universe and slowly increasing the goals really help. So, so in this podcast, basically, we have covered on how a money mindset impacts our financial success, what is money mindset, and how you can change your money mindset. Some small steps you can take to change your money mindset. And the summary is this basically that your money mindset is determined by your thoughts, feelings, actions, and your conscious and subconscious beliefs about money. And when you do the internal work to change your relationship with money, your external reality has to change. You will automatically change your relationship with money. And your relationship with money is like any other relationship. You have to keep working on it throughout your life. And the more you work on it, the better it gets. It's just like any other relationship. I'll encourage you all to reflect on your own money mindset and identify at least one area where you can start shifting, and drop me a note to tell me what is it that you found. And keep following my podcast. Stay tuned for future episodes where I'm going to dive into specific aspects of money mindsets and practical tips for financial success. My goal is to have 365 episodes of this podcast this year. So, one episode every day. I have to do a lot of mindset work myself to, and my goal is, as I said, to have 365 episodes of this podcast, and I have to do a lot of mindset work myself to reach this goal. But I would be uh, putting out 365 episodes. And meanwhile, do take the Money Mindset Personality Quiz, which is free. The link is in my notes. Once you have taken the quiz, let me know what were your thoughts about the money personality which you found. And if you do reach out to me, my email address is mentioned below. If you want to know more about money mindset or how you can work with me. In our next episode, we will be working or talking about something I'm very passionate about, which is money personalities. So do look out for that episode. Thank you for listening and for joining in. Please do subscribe to the podcast so you would know what episodes are coming out when and any updates. Again, the link to subscribe is in my show notes. Please rate and review the podcast if you have enjoyed the podcast, and do reach out to me and to tell me if there's any specific topic you would like to listen in the podcast. Again, the link is below. Thank you so much. Till next episode. It's my pleasure to have you as my audience.